Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about Blocksy starter sites. We're going to go over how to choose one and how to customize it to your own needs. Okay, before we get started, let's first confirm that you have Blocksy as well as Blocksy's companion plugin installed. So first, let's go over to Appearance and click on that, and we should automatically be on our themes catalog, and make sure that you have either Blocksy or Blocksy Child downloaded and activated. Next, we ought to go to our plugins down here and double check that we have Blocksy Companion activated. Now, Blocksy Companion isn't activated, but we do have the premium one installed, and that is activated for us. Okay, so either one of these, make sure they're activated. And you'll see that you have the Blocksy tab here once you have Blocksy Companion installed. Okay, so let's get started. Once you have Blocksy and the Blocksy Companion plugin installed and activated, you'll get this tab over here and click on Dashboard, and you'll see that we have a Starter Sites tab right here. And once we click on that, we can see that we have so many different options to choose from. And just keep in mind that there are pro options, and this pro one is you need professional or the agency plan to use it. But we can click on this filter here and click on free, and all of these ones, which are still a lot, are free to use and install. And if you hover over here, you can see that this theme works with the Gutenberg block editor and Elementor. And let's see if we can find other ones here, maybe on the premium ones. Gutenberg only. Okay, so there aren't that many premium ones to begin with. Okay, but how do you know which one to choose? Well, okay, you can just look at them and say, this one looks cool, right? Breezy. Breezy. This one looks cool. This one looks nice, but there are filters as well for categories. So we have categories for blogs. So these are, oops, let's not change our site. These are according to the Blocksy team, something that you'd want to use for a blog. These are options for if you wanted to have to use it for your business. And you can see some of them are e-commerce ones, like selling sites, e-commerce as well, same ones. And you can go through the options that they give you. Okay, so let's go over here. The blog one has the most amount, I think, or we can just go over all of them. Some of them might not even have a category. And let's go ahead and choose one and customize it. So this one looks great. We can click on preview, and it takes us to a different website, but we can scroll down here and look at the features of how it looks like. So some animations over here, some options, and headers and footers. And we also have different tabs that we can go over, and different pages as well. And when we click on this, it won't do anything because this is a demonstration site. It's an example. Okay, so I think that's cool. That's good. We can use it. Go ahead and click on import if you want to use it. And then here you can choose which page builder you want to use. Because we're going to keep things simple, let's just use Gutenberg, but you're free to use any which one of these you want. And make sure you select the plugins it's asking you to install, or else it won't work. And make sure all these are selected and hit install. Now it's important to keep the example content on your site if you're a beginner website creator. That way it's easier to click on elements that you know you want to change, or just delete them. So let's wait for this to install and we'll get back to you. Okay, so it's done importing. We can now customize it or just take a look at it. Let's take a look at it real quick before we do anything to it. And there's our site with our domain, and everything is all ready. Okay, so in order to start customizing it, we can either click on customize here once if we're just starting out, or over here under Appearance, you can see Customize down there. But since we're here, let's click on Customize, and let's head over back to the dashboard using this. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we can begin our changes. All right, so the first things that you probably might want to change are the colors and fonts. So let's go ahead and change our colors, and we have our color palette over here. Or if you click on Advanced, we can toggle color palettes, and there's a bunch of stock ones to choose from. Since this is blue, let's go with green. It's kind of dark. Maybe a different one that is also green. Okay, that looks way better. Alternatively, you can click on these and you can assign, you can use a slider or you can use hex codes, depending on if you have one for your brand or not. Okay. So let's go ahead and use this green one here. And again, we have our base text, we have our headings and our body text here, and we can choose to change this to something darker, and it should change as well. Or you can just use the stock one here. And then we have our headings here, and you can make them whatever color you want. And notice that while these ones change to, let's make it really dark blue. You can see that these ones are dark blue, but these ones are still white. So what gives? There's a difference between editing it on the customizer here and editing it as a page. So we'll make some changes here to our site, and then we will figure out how to change anything that doesn't change on here. So whatever we're changing on this part of the site, on our customizer here, it applies to the whole site. So I changed the font color to dark blue and green and white. And if you went on this other one, you can see that the effects are here. Next, let's change the fonts. Okay, so we have our typography. So we have our default font here. Let's use Trebuchet, and you can see that it changes immediately. Okay, so everything that says default over here will inherit Trebuchet. And you can see that we have also changed a bunch of the options for the buttons and heading 1 and 2. And you can see down here that the font is different. It's definitely not Trebuchet. We can also change the font size. 16, 8, probably 18 would be okay. And you can also change the weight from thin to thin italic to ultra bold. And we'll just keep it on light. Just keep it easy to read. Okay, and you can change all the options here. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at what else we can do. Okay, so next let's take a look at our general options here. And we can change our layout so we have the maximum height and spacings, content edge spacing. You can see that we can shrink it down here depending on what you want. If you wanted to make it more responsive, you can enable or disable the scroll to top button. We can enable or disable a site frame if you so wanted to. And we have a bunch of other things here. We don't have our social media icons here, but we can add which ones they are here and then add them later on when we move to our header one. Okay, so once we're done with our colors and fonts, typography and spacing and so on, how do we change up our menus here? How do we change up the button? How do we change up our site identity? So let's go ahead and click on header and click on logo. And here you can see that we can change and select our own logo. So we'll select this one. And then for the transparent header, we'll just use the same one again. And of course, you're going to be using your own logo. And you can have a different logo depending on if you are on mobile or not. Okay, there. And we can also enable or disable the site tagline. Okay, that's great. And we can also center it there. And we also change the design by adding colors and changing the fonts and changing the margins. Let's change this to percent and then link it and then put it to 5%. And you can see that we've moved our logo over to the side. So there's our logo. What else can we put? Well, we can put our menu here. And if we wanted to change the content of our menu, we can choose a different one. But we can also click on the menu screen here, and it'll take us to the dashboard. And we can add let's see if it's this one. And it is. And we can add other pages that we've made for as an example here, and save it. And it should update once we've saved it. So let's wait for that to go, and then we'll continue on here for the meantime. And the button, you can always change. And we can put a secondary label if we wanted to, if you really wanted to. And there, okay? And we can always change it as we please. And you can see it's updated here, and we have a brand new menu here. And we can add icons and change the visibility and change the size and how the button looks like. Okay, and you can do the same thing for your footer. So if you wanted to add your information there, you could click on the footer over here, and you can edit the widgets just like anything on the blog. And you can see here, it changes to About Website Assets. All right, and then you can change all of the socials here. You can add or remove them. It's really up to you. Okay, so there's our starter site with how we want it to look like. Let's say on our news one, this is our archive. We can also change how the layout looks like on customizing blog posts here. And you can choose a bunch of different ones. And we'd probably go with simple, just so you can scroll down, and you can also enable or disable the sidebar, like right here. I can disable it, and we have our articles right on tap. Okay, and there's a bunch of other ones that you can customize here. So we can limit it to 3 posts, and then we'll have our load more button here. But also, we can also remove the meta. So you see here, I'll remove that and hide that, and it disappears, and our content stays evergreen. Okay, so we've changed layouts and stuff, and that applies to everything, of course. But how do we, again, from earlier, these fonts, the typography and colors for these ones changed, but it didn't for here. So how do we remedy that? So let's hit publish and make sure that we're happy with our site real quick. Okay, there's the original one. Let's wait for it to load. There's the original one. You can see it's still blue. It has the stock logo on it. It still has the stock typography and fonts. And down here, it's still stock everything. And this is complete. And it still has the stock menu. Okay, once it's published, let's click on refresh. And you can see it's changed to how we want it. Now, some of the fonts have changed, yes, but not all of them. So how do we change this image, for instance? Let's go ahead and click on up here, edit page. And as simple as this, just click on anything that you want to change here. You can either edit or delete it. And right here, and if you didn't want anything here, you could just click on delete. And if you just wanted to replace the image, you can just double click that or click on replace and open our media library and choose one of our images, and we can also change all of these. So if you wanted to change the font color for this one in particular, I can click on this, and on style, we can change text color. We can make it light green. Okay. And for the button, we can change what it says. And that's how you change up the site. And let's say we didn't need this one. We can just totally delete that altogether. And yeah, so that's a real simple way of doing things. We can update it. And again, all of your options will be on here. We have style, we can change the background. We can even put a video as our background here. We can add animations. Actually, I like that. So let's hit update again. You can also add dividers and anchors and so on. Okay, so let's wait for that to update. And let's go ahead and view page in a new tab. And there you go. So let's refresh that. Let's see that one more time. We have an animation on there, and we've changed our flavor text here, removed some elements, and added in our own. So you don't need to make a brand new website from scratch, because you can just use Blocksy starter sites. Okay, you can see that here we've deleted some elements, and we've changed some here using our global options. Now let's take a look at what we didn't change, and that's fine. But if you scroll down here, our footer and header stay the same because those are our global options. Okay, so there's how you use Blocksy starter sites. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.